I have always held a very healthy respect for the wonderful work Sparsha has done. Bangalore Airport and Sparsha have been associated in the past, and I've been hearing wonderful things about the great work that has been done. And in my recent interaction with the governing volunteers of the Sparsha group, led by the effervescent and inspiring Gopinath, I must say that I was absolutely and pleasantly delighted to see the people behind this trust. What I found was a bunch of people who are committed, extremely genuine, and really wanting to deliver positive outcomes for our community and make a difference to this world that we're living in. And that is rare to come by. And that is one of the reasons that I personally have been very excited by everything that Sparsha has done so far. My deepest appreciation to all of you for the incredible work that you've done so far. I represent an organization which operates on 4,000 acres of land, which has been acquired from many farmers who had to give up their homes, their livelihoods, their farms, and had to relocate so that we can do our business. This is something that we as a company are acutely aware of. And we take it as our responsibility that as we grow and develop as an airport, we must also contribute to the communities around us. And we remind ourselves of this every single day as we come in. And when we searched our souls as to what would be the best way to add value to these communities around us and to the families of farmers who have actually given up their lives and livelihoods for us, the only thing that we could think of was to focus on developing the next generation of these families by providing them high quality education. And for the last 7 years or so, this is the one area that we've been focusing on, and we've built around 5 top quality schools around the Bangalore International Airport. And we've also supported the development of 6 other schools, and all put together we support the development of over 3,000 children every year from an education standpoint already today. And we found a great alignment between what we do and what Sparsha does. And also the fact that Sparsha does a lot of its work around Devanhalli makes it even more close to our hearts. I must tell you, I have seen this program. I have seen the We Care For You, the way it's been structured. I am absolutely impressed with the thoughtful manner in which this whole thing has been put together, the program. I think every little detail has been thought through. I'm particularly impressed by the fact that it is not just about providing education or providing shelter or food to children, but first focusing on the psychological impact that this pandemic has had on the children and loss of their near and dear ones would have had on children. This is, I think, extremely important. And therefore, in the light of that, the task that you've taken is more daunting, I would imagine, than you have imagined it to be. For instance, it's not just about providing support or education, but it's about replacing their families that the children have lost, which I would imagine is an extremely difficult and daunting responsibility, and most people would run away from taking such a huge responsibility. But the fact that you've got together and decided to address this very issue brings, at least makes me respect you even more. Also, what is daunting about this entire enterprise is that a lot of companies, a lot of corporates have come forward to support COVID, the fight against COVID. But most of it has been one-time actions that are taken this year. But this is a commitment over a long-term period. I keep thinking about taking on the responsibility of 2,000 children without even knowing whether you will have the money in the second, third, fourth, and fifth year. But all I can tell all of you who have come together to take on this task is that when a task like this begins, help will automatically come. People will come forward and support. I have absolutely no doubt about it. We as a corporate are evaluating supporting this right now, and you know that very well. But I think it's time for other corporates too to recognize that this is really the need of the hour. I just wanted to tell you that I'm going to personally commit my time to propagating this this responsibility amongst other corporates. As my member, as my role as part of the governing council of CII in the state, I'm going to speak about this to other CII companies and tell them that this is one of the areas that we need to come forward and support, because the pandemic will be over. We'll get back to our lives, but there will be many people who will be left behind in the aftermath of this pandemic who will struggle forever. So good luck to Gopinath ji and all the wonderful volunteers who work with him.